Thank you so much for joining me today on Senior Fitness with Meredith. So today's workout, we're doing a beginner level workout, which means we're going to stay seated in our nice, comfortable, sturdy chair the entire time. And today's beginner level workout, what we're going to use is going to be our nice playground ball and a set of dumbbells. Remember, if you don't have those things, you can always use a pillow in place of the ball. You can always hold water bottles or cans in place of your weights. Still being able to do movements even without anything, just getting range of motion, especially in a beginner level. We're just starting out, we're getting focused, we're working the body, we're getting it moving. So I'll meet you back here once you get all your equipment and your water. Welcome back. We're ready to get started with our workout. So we're not going to use any equipment to start. We're going to start with a little bit of range of motion, deep inhales and exhales. So find your good posture in your chair. Nice and lifted, abdominals tight, length stays in the spine. We relax our shoulders down. If you'd like, you can close your eyes. What we're going to do is just take a couple of very deep inhales and very deep exhales. So big deep inhales, I really want you to focus on filling up your lungs. Big deep exhale, release it all out. Rarely in our busy days and lives do we stop and listen to our breath and listen to our bodies. I really want you to take this time to do that. And as you listen to your body, not focusing on negative things that we might be feeling or thinking, we're focusing on the fact that we are able to sit here. We are able to listen to our deep inhales and exhales and do the work that we're about to be able to do together. So big deep inhale, let's do one more. Fill up your lungs. Release it all out. Staying nice and lifted, gently twist and open to your right side. We want to keep length in the spine, keep our deep inhales and exhales nice and gentle to start. We're still warming and waking up the body. And through center to the left, twist and open. Let's do each side one more time. Twist and open to the right, a little deeper second time through as we warm and wake up the body. Those spinal twists, getting everything ready to go. Abdominals are pulled in tight. And through center to the left, twist and open, deep inhales, deep exhales. Come back to center, nice and lifted. Just your head turns now. Look over your right shoulder. We're focusing on keeping those shoulders relaxed and down. We're getting range of motion as we breathe into the good stretches of our neck. And head through center, other side. Just the head is turning. Body stays nice and tall, center of your chair. Each side one more time. Just the head is turning. Again, a little deeper second time through as we work on our range of motion, stretch and strengthening of the body. And other side one more time. Head turns, looking over that left shoulder. Let's bring our head back to center. Arms can either stay on your lap, especially if you're in a wheelchair or you have a chair that has arms on it, or they can go down by your side. Bring those shoulders up to your ears. Release them down. So inhale, squeeze them up. Exhale, release. Feel the movement of your shoulders. Feel your shoulder blades lift up your spine. Retract and release them down. Inhale, exhale. Let's do 3 more of these. 2 more. Last one. Now our circles go to the front nice and slow. We're circling those shoulders around. We're feeling the opening in our upper back and we're breathing into that movement. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. 3 more. 3, 2. Last one. Reverse your direction. Bring those circles to the back. Now opening through the shoulders and chest, releasing your shoulder blades down your spine. Don't lose your good posture. Stay nice and lifted and breathe. Inhale, exhale. 3 more times. 3, 2. Last one. Keep your shoulders relaxed and down. Bring your hands onto your lap. Let your right ear release down towards your right shoulder. Now remember, those shoulders aren't coming up towards the ears. Retract, release them down. Stay nice and tall. Stretching to the side of the neck. And other side, left ear releases towards the left shoulder. Body stays nice and tall, breathing. Each side one more time. Right ear release towards that right shoulder. And left ear releasing towards the left shoulder, breathing nice and tall, abdominals pulled in tight. Bring your head back to center. Now release your chin down towards your chest. We're not adding any force or pressure. We're not leaning forward in the chair, and we're keeping the length in our spine. We're getting a nice stretch and range of motion in the back of our neck and upper back. Now bring your gaze up towards the sky, gently releasing your head back. Again, no added force or pressure. We're not leaning back in our chairs. Work on the range of motion in the neck and upper chest. One more time each. Chin down towards the chest. Stay nice and lifted and breathe. Now bring your gaze up towards the sky, gently releasing the head back. Let's bring our head back to center, abdominals tight, lengthen our spine, turn your palms to face in towards one another and glue those elbows into the side of the body. Let's open our hands out to the side and come back center. Open, together. Working on range of motion in our rotator cuffs. Deepen those shoulders. Exhale, inhale. We'll do 3 more. 3, 2, last one. Palms stay facing in towards one another. Shoulders are relaxed and down. We lengthen our arms out to the front and then we pull those elbows back. Lengthen out, pull back. Inhale, exhale. 3 more times. 3, 2, 1 more. Lengthen those arms back out in front of you. Turn your palms to face down towards the floor. Relax those shoulders. Opening up our shoulders. Palms go up, palms down. Palms up, palms down. Exhale, inhale. 3 more. 2. Last one. Release them down to your lap. Just a little shake out of those shoulders that we're working. Now we're going to glue those elbows back into the side of our body and turn our palms to face up towards the sky. Keeping the elbows close to the body, curl at the elbows, tap your shoulders, release down. Curl, tap, release. Curl, tap, release. Exhale, inhale. There's our posture. Stay nice and tall. 3 more. 3, 2, last one. Now we'll turn those palms to face in. We'll open our hands out to the side. Keeping the hands open, now we bring length out to our sides. Pull it back into the side of the body. Exhaling, inhaling. We'll do 3 more like this. 3, 2. That last one, we're going to hold our arms open nice and long. Give ourselves big hugs. Bring right over left. Squeeze in tight. This releases our shoulders, it opens up our upper back, and it just feels really good. Inhale, open, length out. Exhale, left goes over right, squeeze in tight. Open those arms nice and wide, keeping the length in your arms, going to your range of motion. That length goes up overhead, it's coming out your fingertips, your abdominals are tight, and you gently sway your body side to side. Inhaling and exhaling. Again, the abdominals are pulled in tight to protect your lower back. 3 more. 2. 1 more. And then we'll bring our hands nice and long, hands down to the shoulders. We're nice and lifted. We're going to alternate extending straight up overhead. Remember, going to your range of motion, working on that stretching of those shoulders. We press up through the right, release it down, press and extend left, release, extend, release. Breathe and get length in your abdominals, your spine. Let's do 2 more each side. 2. 1 more right and left. Extend. Extend. 1 nice big extension. Both arms go up. Inhale. Exhale. Bring your hands down to your lap. Now hollow out your belly. Arch and stretch your spine. Opening up your shoulder blades on your upper back. each individual vertebrae down your spine is opening and releasing into the lower back. And we'll sit up nice and tall, keeping our abdominals pulled in tight. We're putting the focus into lower body now. So let's start with our marches. Our right foot comes up, release, left foot up, release. Slow and controlled on that release down. You're working on your range of motion. Stretching, strengthening, quadriceps, hip flexors, abdominals. Breathing into it. 3 more. 2. 1 more, right, left. We'll stay alternating, extend nice and long in front of you. So that right leg, extend, lengthen, bend it, release all the way down. Now left, extend, lengthen, bend, release. Feel as if you're pressing into your heel as you lengthen out. You want to feel a nice stretch in your calf, the lower part of your leg. You want to feel length and a stretch in your quadricep, the top part of your leg. And we're really working on that range of motion in our knee joints. 1 more, right, left, extend, release. Nice and lifted. We'll stay with our alternating, opening out to our sides. Right foot, we open right, we pull it back center. Left foot open left, come back center. At range of motion, our hips, our outer thighs, our gluteals, inner thighs, groin when we pull that leg back to center. A lot working, and of course our core. Stay nice and tall, proud in that chair. 2 more. 1 more each side, right and left. Come back center. We're going to focus on the right side doing a bunch of work. We stay nice and tall. Don't lose our good form. Don't lose your core. Lift that foot up, little pause at top, release, and just barely tap those toes. Pull back up, little pause, release, tap the toes. Exhale and inhale. Let's do 3 more. 3, 2, that last one, we're going to keep it held up nice and high. Just want you to extend the leg and bend and pull back. Extend, bend, inhale, exhale. 3 more. 2, extend that last one out nice and long, gently release it down. We're nice and lifted. We have our heel tapped down, focusing on lifting our foot up, bending at the knee. We bring it back, we tap our toes, lengthen, tap our heel. Bend, tap toes, lengthen, tap heel. 3 more. 2. Last one, feet go next to each other. We're nice and tall. All the focus goes on our left side now. Nice and tall, keeping the length in your spine and abdominals tight. Lifting up, that little pause at top. Gently release, tap the toes. Pull back up from your quadricep, exhale. Gently release. Really focus on the big muscle group, big quadricep, thigh muscle doing that work. Hip flexor working as well, but that's not all you should be feeling. 3 more. 2. Last one, we're going to keep it held up nice and high. Extend it long, bend and pull back. Extend, bend. Work on your range of motion in that knee joint. Focus on the big leg muscle, your quadricep, keeping that leg lifted. Just 2 more. 2. Last one, lengthen out, gently release it down. We find our good posture again. Heel is tapped down. Focus on picking the foot up, bending at the knee. Tap the toes, lengthen heel. Tap toes, tap heel. 3 more. 3, 2. Last one, feet go next to each other. We're nice and lifted. We're going to heel toe our feet apart and keep that movement going. Heel toe them back together. Focusing on your range of motion in those ankle joints. We're stretching, we're strengthening our ankles. Couple more. Let's do 1 more, and when your feet come back to center, about shoulder distance apart, go high on the balls of your feet, release down. Heels up, release. Work on the flexion of your foot in your shoe, going onto the ball of the foot, not the toes. Feeling your calf muscle, the lower part of your leg, contract, release. Gaining strength in our calves, in our ankles, and in our feet. Just 2 more. 2. Last one, walk your feet just a little bit out. Get our best range of motion as we pull our toes up. Again, body stays nice and tall. Notice the upper body's not leaning back every time the toes come up. Pulling those toes up, Strengthen our shins, the front of our legs. Strengthen our ankles. That range of motion in our ankle joints, so important when we walk. 3 more. 2. Last one. Feet can stay where they are. Cross your arms in front of your chest. We're going to release a little bit back in the chair and focus on our abdominals. So releasing back, as soon as we do that, the core engages. We exhale. It lifts us up nice and tall. So inhale, gently release back. Exhale, nice and tall. That imaginary string is right in the center of the belly and it's pulling you to sit up nice and tall. We're keeping the length in our spine. We're staying open and proud through the chest. We'll do 2 more. 1 more. Nice and tall. Walk our feet a little closer in if they've walked out. Arms stay crossed in front of the chest. We're just going to twist to our sides. So twist over to your right side. We exhale. We inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Center, left. Abdominals are pulled in tight, focusing on our obliques, the side of our waist. We're strengthening our lower back. We're working on range of motion in our spine. 1 more each side. Exhale, inhale, exhale. We're back to center. Arms are crossed. Length stays in your spine. Our focus is in our lower back. Chest goes forward. We inhale. Exhale. That imaginary string has changed to our lower back. It pulls us up from there. Inhale, chest forward. Exhale, lower back engages and lifts you up. Remember, lower back part of the core, helping with our stabilization, whether it's standing or sitting in a chair. Think about those movements when you bend forward. A lot of people have a hard time sitting back up. That lower back needs to engage to pull you up. Just 2 more times. Inhale. 1 more. Inhale, chest forward. Nice and tall. Releasing those arms to your lap. Taking a water break. As you do that, go ahead and grab your ball and we'll start with our next segment. So welcome back. Hopefully you got some water, so very important. You grabbed your ball, or remember, if you don't have the ball, doing just range of motion, or have a pillow that you can put a little resistance on. So nice and lifted. Let's find our good posture again. Abdominals tight, lengthen the spine. Our shoulders are relaxed. We're nice and tall. Palms of our hands. Exhale as we put pressure into that ball, and then gently release it. Exhale, pressure into the ball, gently release. Pressure going into our palms, so we're engaging the entire upper body. Chest, arms, abdominals. Exhale, inhale. We'll do 3 more. 3, 2. Last one. Pressure stays in the palms of your hands the entire time, going to your range of motion. Extend it straight up overhead. Release it back to your chest. Exhale, extend. Inhale, release it down. Again, pressure staying in the palms of your hands the entire time. You'll notice as the ball gets further away from the body, like I say, the lever gets longer, we lose that resistance. Finding it again as it gets closer to the body. 3 more. 2. This last one, I want you to extend it nice and long. Keep the extension in your arms, release it straight down to your lap. So now we have the length in our arms with that slight bend in our elbow joints. We're going to bring that length straight up overhead. Release it down. Target the front of our shoulders now. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, extend up to your range of motion. Do what feels best for you. 3 more. 2 more. Last one, you're going to release it halfway down in front of you, pull it back into chest level. Let's find that resistance on it again, keeping it in the palms of our hands, our push and pull. Extend out, bring it in. Exhale, inhale, press from the chest, pull from your upper back and breathe. 3 more, 3, 2, Hold that last one out nice and long with the slight bend in your elbows. Gaze stays on the ball. We're twisting to our sides. We exhale as we twist to our right. We inhale, center. We exhale, twist left. Inhale, center. We have our range of motion from our first segment when we did our movements. Now we're just adding elements to it, using that ball and that resistance in our palms. One more each side. And over to our left. Back to center. Let's glue those elbows into the side of our body, nice and tall. Pressure in our palms. Curl to the chest. Release down. Curl up. Release. So we're getting that movement in our elbow joints, and we're making the front of our arms, our bicep muscles, contract. Get them involved. 3 more. 3, 2. Last one, I want you to keep your knees nice and close together. Place the ball down onto your lap. Palms of your hands go onto the ball. Focus right now is abdominals. We're going to contract our abdominals. The chest is going to go forward. We put pressure into that ball and exhale. Then we gently release it. Sit up nice and tall. Exhale, abdominals contract, chest goes down. Inhale, sit up nice and tall. Put all the focus into your core. Exhale, inhale 3 more times. Release 2 more. Last one. Nice and tall. Now ball goes in between the knees. We'll give the upper body a rest. Lower body's doing the work now. We're nice and lifted. We have that ball in place. Squeeze into the ball. Hold that for a second. Exhale. Gently release. Exhale, squeeze, gently release. So that ball wants to control your movements, especially with lower body for some reason. We squeeze into it, those knees just want to pop back out. Not allowing that. Squeeze, release, slow and control both directions. Remember, muscles working both directions. Squeeze from those inner thighs, gently releasing from hips and outer thighs. Our quadriceps are engaged the entire time. 3 more. 2. Last one, I want that pressure to stay on the ball the entire time. Just your right leg. Extend long, release down. Extend, bend. Get full range of motion in that knee joint. Extend out, bend, release it down. Exhale, inhale. 3 more times. 3, 2. Last one. Before we do the left side, find our good posture again. Squeezes 1 more time, but this time we're doing pulses. So putting that pressure on it, now keeping that pressure, little squeezes. Again, inner thighs and groin are staying contracted the entire time. The abdominals have to pull in. 4, 3, 2. Keep that pressure on the ball again. Now our left leg, extend, bend. Full range of motion in that knee joint. Lengthen out. Release. Exhale. Inhale. 3 more. 2. Last one. Pressure stays on the ball. Bring those heels up. Release. Heels up. Release. Contract the lower part of the leg. Feel those calf muscles. Squeeze and release. Getting that strengthening in our ankle joints and feet. 3 more times. 2. Last one, releasing the ball out from between the knees and holding it just in your right hand. Nice and lifted, palm is facing up towards the sky. Let's start with our squeezes. So squeeze into the ball, release. Squeeze, release. Just that little movement is working on our grip strength, our fingers, our wrists, our forearms. Squeeze, release. 3, 2, that last one, I want you to keep that squeeze on the ball the entire time, down and up from your wrist joint. Get that movement in the wrist joint. So it's not from the elbow joint, that's why I like to hold the wrist. Stretch and strengthen the wrist. Now holding the hand still, keep the palm facing up towards the sky, lengthen the ball out in front of you, pull it back. Feel as if you're over-exaggerating that movement. Lengthen out, pull it back. Lengthen from the chest, pull upper back. Think about that range of motion you're getting in your shoulder. 3 more. 2. This last one, we're gonna glue our elbow back into the side of our body. We have that squeeze on the ball. Rotator cuffs working again, but now we have the strengthening portion as we're holding that ball. Exhaling, inhaling. 3 more times. 2. Last one, we're going to keep the ball in our right hand. It's going to go towards our left hip. Our gaze stays on the ball the entire time as we open it up nice and big at a diagonal towards the right sky. Release it back towards your left hip. Exhale, inhale. If you feel like you're going to lose the ball, remember you can just do the range of motion. You don't necessarily have to hold the ball for some of these movements that you don't feel comfortable with. 2 more. Last one. Body comes back to center. Ball goes into the palms of your hands. Before we go to our left side, let's bring the ball over towards our right hip. We're going to make big rainbows up and over the body. So keeping your gaze on the ball, big inhale, exhale, up and over, down towards your left hip. Inhale, exhale, up and over, down towards your right. Again, gaze is following the ball. We're getting that twisting, turning movement in the body. We're going to do 1 more to each side. So up and over, down to the left. Up and over, down towards the right. Bring the body back to center. Hold the ball in your left hand. Find our good posture again. We're nice and lifted. Let's start with those squeezes left side. Palm is facing up. Squeeze, release. Squeeze, release. Work your grip strength. Fingers, wrist, forearm. 3 more. 2. Now keep that pressure in those fingers entire time. Down and up from your wrist joint. So remember, not just from the elbow joint moving. Think wrist joint. Stretching, strengthening. Now holding that hand still. Palm stays facing up. Extend it nice and long. Pull it back. Feel as if you're over-exaggerating. Get that movement in that shoulder joint. Extend, pull back. 3 more. 2. Last one. Now glue your elbow into the side of the body. Open that ball out to the side. Cross it in front. Open, cross. Get deep into those rotator cuffs on left side. Exhale, inhale. 3 more times. 3, 2. Last one. Now we're going to keep that ball in our left hand, but it's going towards our right hip. Gaze is on the ball the entire time as we open up nice and big towards the left sky. Release it back towards your right hip. Exhale. Our extension and rotation. Lengthen up. Release it down. We'll do 3 more here. 3, 2. Here's our last one. Come back to center with the body, holding that ball in the palms of your hands. Let's focus back onto those abdominals. We've done these before. We did them earlier in the first segment. Now we're just holding the ball, so don't lose focus on what we're working. Abdominal wall is contracted the entire time. Slight pressure in your palms. Gently release back in your chair. That string pulls you up. Press the ball up towards the sky. Bring it back to chest. Release back. Sit tall, press and lengthen out. Bring it in, release back. Exhale as you're exerting that energy to get the body to sit up nice and tall. Just 2 more times. Last one. Nice and tall, releasing that ball, shaking the body out. Let's take another quick water break, and then next segment when I join you again, we're going to have our hand weights. So I'll see you then. Welcome back. You got your water again, I'm sure, and you got a pair of hand weights. Remember, if you don't have dumbbells, always using water bottles, a couple of cans, or just do range of motion work. So we're going to start with lower body because in our last segment with the ball, we ended with upper body. So nice and tall, keeping the abdominals tight, keeping the length in your spine. Placing those weights onto your thighs We want to focus on the lower body doing that work to lift the resistance. So upper body is not assisting, it's holding them in place so they don't roll off of our legs, but we're not letting the upper body lift those weights up. We'll start with our marches. So our right foot comes up, slow release down, left foot up, slow release. Remember, slow control both directions. That added resistance along with gravity wants that foot to fall right down to the ground. We have to work against that. Exhale and inhale. We'll do 3 more on each side. 3 going at your pace. Do what feels best for you. 1 more, right and left. Keeping those weights right where they are, nice and tall, alternate opening out to your side. So right foot goes right, we pull it back to center, left foot left, pull back center. Exhale, inhale. Again, that stretching and strengthening of our hips, our outer thighs, our gluteals. When you bring that foot back center, slow and controlled, inner thigh and groin is pulling back in. 1 more, right, left. Exhale, inhale, exhale, back to center. We're nice and lifted. Put a little bit of pressure on those weights. Make it hard for those heels to peel up and release. Heels up, release. Exhale, inhale. Again, those calf muscles engage, release. 3, 2, last one, nice and lifted through that upper body. Again, let's lengthen out through our right leg. Always keeping a slight bend in the knee joint. You don't want to lock it out, and you're not leading from the knee, you're not leading from the foot. You have one weight right in the center of that right thigh. Focusing on that thigh, quadricep muscle to engage, lift that heel up, gently release down. Exhale, inhale. Again, shouldn't feel any pain or pressure in that knee joint. It's not doing anything except going for the ride. As the quadricep is the primary lifting that leg, you'll feel that hip flexor working as well. 3 more. 2. Last one, release the right. Let's do that with the left. Leg is out long, slight bend in that knee joint always. Focus on what we're working. Right where that weight is, center of that thigh. Exhale, that heel comes up, gently releases. Heel up, release. Remember, range of motion different for everyone. It could be a tiny lift and engaging that quadricep and hip flexor. 3 more. 3, 2, last one, and release. Worked our lower body. Let's go back to upper body now, and we're going to start with our palms facing up and our elbows glued into the side of our body. Curling those weights up to your shoulders, we exhale, we gently release. So thinking about movements we've already done, we did it without anything in our warm-up. We did it with the ball. Now we have our heaviest element, our weights. Exhale, inhale. Bicep muscles doing that work both directions. 3 more. 2. Last one, release them down to your lap, little shake out. Keeping your palms facing up, keeping your elbows glued into the side of your body. Open your weights out to the side, come back to center. Again, those rotator cuffs now working, holding that resistance of your weights. Exhale, inhale. 3 more. 3, 2, last one, come back to center, turn those weights onto your lap. Again, a little shake out. We're doing upright rows next, so top of the shoulders, doing the work. We stay nice and tall, leading from your shoulders. Bring those weights up under your chin or as close as you can get them to that. Then gently release them back to your lap. Exhale, pull them up, gently release. Exhale, inhale. Put the focus in the top of those shoulders. 3 more. 2. Last one, release them back to the lap and a little shake out of those arms. Next one, our focus is going to be upper back. Range of motion different for everyone. Again, if you're in a chair with arms or you're in a wheelchair and you have to sit back deep in it, you're going to keep those weights on your lap. Your chest is going to go forward. If you have the mobility and the ability without anything in your way, the weights can go down by your side. Again, the focus is upper back, no matter where your starting point is with those weights. Pull those weights up to your body, squeeze your upper back, gently release out. Exhaling, inhaling. Don't hold the breath. Remember, chest is forward. We're still proud through the upper body. We're still keeping the abdominals pulled in tight. Upper back lift and release. 3 more times. 3, 2, last one. Let's sit back up nice and tall. Those weights come to the lap. We're going to bring 1 down to the floor. So just dropping 1 down. We're done with holding 2. Keep 1. We're going to hold it in both of our hands. Bring it right to chest level. Stay nice and tall. Pretend like there's a shelf in front of you and you want to place an item on that shelf. So we exhale as we extend out. We place it on the shelf. We decide we want it again. We bring it back into the body. Press and lengthen from the chest. Pull back in. Exhale. Inhale. Stay nice and lifted. As we press that weight forward, the upper body wants to go forward. That's where we have to engage the entire core, our abdominals and lower back. 3 more times. 3, 2, last one. Bring it back down to the lap and a little shake out. Focus is front of our shoulders now. So we put that length in our arms. We always keep the slight bend in the elbow joints. Front of the shoulders is what we're focusing on. Bringing that weight no higher than our gaze, right in front of us. So we don't want to hyperextend our shoulders and go beyond that point. Exhale as we bring it straight up in front of us, no higher. Gently release it down. Exhale. Gently release. Front of the shoulders doing the brunt of that work. That's what we're focusing on. Breathe, exhale. Inhale. Smaller muscle groups, you'll feel that body engage more. Let's do 3 more. 3, not just swinging that weight. 2, 1 more, release it back down to the lap, a little shake out. Let's put our focus back into core, starting with our abdominal wall. Weights close to the body. We're taking the resistance off of the arms. We're just keeping it nice and close. Our little lean backs in our chair. We inhale back. That string pulls us up. Nice and tall. Release the body back. Exhale. Nice and tall. Keep the length in your spine as we progress through our workout. Length of time is our biggest thing. We start to fatigue. Really focus on what you're working. Find your good posture and form. Find your breath. 2 more. Inhale. 1 more. Up nice and tall in our chair. Weights a little bit in front of us. Slow and control with your gaze right in the center of that weight. Twisting it towards the right. Bringing it center. Twisting it left. Bring it center. Exhale. Inhale. 2 more each side. 1 more. Right, center, left. Bring that weight again close to the body. Resistance is off of the arms. Length stays in your spine. Focus on the lower back. Let your chest go forward. Inhale. Exhale. Lower back leads you. Not just swinging and using momentum through the upper body. Not curving the spine. Length stays in the spine. The abdominals are pulled in tight. Inhale your chest forward. Exhale nice and tall. Just 2 more times. 1 more. Inhale, chest forward. Exhale, nice and tall. You can release that weight down too. 1 more water break, then we're going to do a nice stretch and be done with our wonderful workout. So I'll see you back. So now that all that wonderful hard work is done, let's get a nice quick stretch in to stretch everything we've worked so hard today. Nice and tall. We'll start with those spinal twists. We'll twist and open to that right side, taking those deep inhales and deep exhales, breathing into the body. And through center to the left, twist and open. Bring your body back to center, hands on your lap, hollow out the belly, arch and stretch your spine, releasing the entire back body. Those shoulder blades are opening up each individual vertebrae into the lower back. Now sit up nice and tall. Keep your hands on your lap. Feel as if you're over-exaggerating that length in your spine as you open through your shoulders and chest, breathing and releasing into the front body. Come back to a nice neutral spine, tall in your chair. Lengthen out through that right leg with a slight bend in the knee. Walk length out and release it down. So you want to try and get a little bit of length in that leg so you can feel the back of your leg, your calf, hamstring, through your gluteals into your lower back, stretching out. And we'll roll it up nice and slow, sitting tall. Bring that right foot up. Work on that range of motion and mobility in the ankle joint. And reverse other way. Let's release our right foot down. Same thing left. Lengthen out, slight bend in the knee. Walk your length out and release it down. Breathe into that good stretch. Let's roll it back up nice and slow, sitting tall. That left foot comes up, circle that foot around. Stretch the ankle joint, even open your toes in your shoe. Reverse it, go the other way around. And release that left foot down. Stay nice and lifted. Do that same movement with your hands. After holding that ball, stretch your fingers, your wrists, and your forearms. And reverse other way. And then bringing our arms down by our side, we're going to do 3 deep inhales and exhales. So inhale, bring length into your body up towards the sky. Exhale, release. 2 more. Big deep inhale, length up. Exhale. 1 more. Big deep inhale, length up overhead. Exhale, release it all out because you are all done. Thank you so much for joining me today. Can't wait to see you next time.